So there's Joey, and you're not going to believe the divine encounter I just had with this guy. He's standing there on the corner here, waiting for a ride to Billings, Montana, and the Lord just prompted me to stop, and I ended up praying with him. But he knows the Lord, but the stuff that just poured out of me, it was crazy. And I told him when I prayed, I just said, God brought me here to tell you that he's waiting for you to get on your knees and pray. I told him the story about the guy that we picked up, and he couldn't believe it. I said how he was on the side of the road and how he prayed, and the divine encounter there, and he couldn't believe it. So he got some food, but I'm gonna take off here, and just gave him a Ministry of Healing book, and he came back up to me because that person gave him some food. And he says, I'm going to read the book. And I said, read the book. Well, you're waiting for your ride to Billings, Montana. Because he's going to get a ride to Billings, Montana. And you know what? The Lord is going to give him that ride. And when he gets that ride, I'm going to tell you what, he's going to remember this moment, because it was God who sent me here to pray for him. And I'm telling you what, it just poured out of me. And, wherever I go, like yesterday, oh man, I had such a divine encounter.
Welcome to Idaho.
Welcome to Idaho. I was on the over by Spokane River, just relaxing, and I hadn't had an encounter for a couple days because we're spending time with Chris's parents, and it's been just a phenomenal time. I mean, it's and I always forget that we're planting seeds with Chris's parents, we're planting seeds with friends and family all the time. So never forget that that's part of the ministry too, right? And it's a good part of the ministry, because you just walk in that light, and the Lord will make the rest happen. So, but I kind of felt like maybe I wasn't doing enough. That's me, because I'm always like, I got to get out there and plant more seeds. So I was praying at the beach, and or not really the beach, but I'm praying there, and I want a divine encounter, Lord. So I get up, and there's this guy smoking a cigarette. Looks like he was doing a drug deal with someone at the, some guy gave him something, and he was looking around. He's like, oh man, you're awesome. Woo, I was like, okay, so that's who you want me to go up to? I'm like, okay. So I walk up there. He had his girlfriend with him, his daughter, and he had a pug dog. So I started talking about the dog. I said, you got an awesome dog. What's his name? And then I just started talking about, I don't even know. It was weird. I don't know. It was just weird what I was talking about. And then, he started saying about how he's worried about Canada. And I said, do you know the Lord? And he's like, I'm not into really religion. I'm spiritual. I hear a lot about that. I'm spiritual, which is fine. It's always an opening door. I gotta go get some gas.
In 600 feet, keep right to continue.
So I'll try to make this real quick. I ended up, I know we were talking about Jesus coming back, and it just started pouring out of me, and he's like, yeah, I'm unsure. And I'm like, well, if you're unsure, it's okay to be unsure, but there's things that are happening that we just need to be aware of. And I don't even know what came out. And then his girlfriend came and sat down. She had a little nose ring. I'm like, oh, I love your nose ring, and I love your hair. She had like red hair, purple, reddish hair. And I said, you know what, you guys, can I run and get you something? And they're like, yeah, sure. So I ran, and I got him American Prophecy magazine. It's kind of a pamphlet that talks about the book of Daniel, talks about Revelation. It's just all biblical, with a lot of great pictures. And then I got him a Ministry of Healing. So I came back and gave him the American Prophecy one, and her the Ministry of Healing. And I tell you what, when she got the Ministry of Healing, and I started talking about, again, how the Lord accepts us how we are, and no matter what we've done. And she said, well, I was baptized, and but you could tell her wheels were turning. It's crazy. And I could just tell that even though I didn't get a big response, that I needed to be there, right there. I needed to be there. And it's like with this guy, when I rolled down the windows and started talking to him, and I told him the story about the guy who was on the side of the road. I just told this guy, I said, he was just like you. He was waiting for a ride, and this is what happened to him. We were put there for him. And he just spilled out his heart and said he was going to, throw himself into traffic. And I said, you need to pray. You need to pray, because God's going to answer.
Head southwest toward West Riverbend Avenue.
So he's like, yeah. And I said, I'll tell you what, hang on, I need to pray for you. I said, I'm going to pray for you that you have, I said, God's going to bring you a ride. And you know what? You're going to remember this. And I said, and I told him, I said, when I come back around here, you're not going to be here. And can you imagine? He won't be here, and God will give him a ride. And that is going to be the greatest testimony, and God will get all the glory. He will be exalted, because that's the God that we have. This is the God that we have. So, all right, Starry in Idaho. I love it. So, just back there, I can't believe it. Oh, I got to turn the car around. Where am I? Oh, I don't even know where I'm at. Okay, I'm just coming back from Coeur d'Alene, and this is where the guy was. That's where the guy was. That...
Take the next left on Bridge Road.
So, just back there, I can't believe it. Oh, I gotta turn the car around. Wow, the guy's really gone.